English supremacy should last until the end of time, because it means universal freedom, universal liberty, emancipation from everything degrading. So proclaimed Canadian Prime Minister Alexander Mackenzie in the late 19th century. An archbishop once proudly exclaimed, "God must be British." Now, perhaps some of what these men said is true for men of influence and of Western European parentage, although I'm sure Native Americans, blacks in Africa, and millions of Indians in the subcontinent may have disagreed. But in any case, the end of time proved just a few decades away. Britain was merely the latest in a long line of great powers that had seen their glory slip away. Many emperors had dreamed that their empires would embrace the whole world and last forever. Alexander the Great famously wept because he had no more worlds left to conquer. The great Khans of Mongolia believed it was their destiny to rule the world, and the Nazis referred to their 1,000-year Reich, whose realm extended beyond Germany's own borders for barely 6 years. But in 1945, the days of empire seemed over for good. The two nations that emerged from the Second World War where their power enhanced, the USA and the USSR, both declared themselves implacably opposed from their different political viewpoints to the idea of empire. Yet for all their anti-imperialist rhetoric, both the Russians and the Americans avidly carved out areas of influence that were empires in all but name. The collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 left the USA as the world's sole military superpower. But will its dominance last? All it is possible to say at the start of the 21st century is that other nations have seemed to hold unchallengeable power before. And it is this that is crucial in the story of every emperor that has ever ruled over a greater or lesser patch of the earth. Empires become overextended, too far-flung, too complex for central rule, too expensive to hold together, too oppressive of their vassals. And those that are established to last forever have one thing in common: they never do.